Okay, so welcome back to another edition of RPMbassy. Now, this week's album, I've been quite excited about this one here and talking about this one, is the new album from Peaches and No Lube, So Rude. I've had this on pre-order for a little while, and thank God the pre-order came out when it's supposed to come out. But this is just another great album from Peaches. Now, this is the 7th album, I believe, from Peaches, starting off from A Teacher's a Peaches from 2000, all the way up to this one, No Lube, So Rude, 2026. I will be doing other videos on the anniversary edition of Teachers of Peaches and also Fatherfucker, the great kind of iconic albums. But this has just come out and it's just typical Peaches. It's just an awesome album. I mean, you got titles like Hanging Titties, Fuck Your Face, No Lube, So Rude. So you can imagine the kind of material in these songs as well. And there's quite a lot of kind of electroclashy elements and some hip-hoppy elements in there as well. A good kind of merging of genres, as you'd expect from Peaches. But what I do like about this album as well is the sequence of tracks. Whenever I get albums, I always listen to the sequence of the tracks to make sure they've kind of, not to make sure, but to see if they've kind of spent time. For us, as Punx Soundcheck, when we do albums or, you know, we spend so long, like weeks sometimes, sequencing the tracks to make sure they kind of, you know, segue into each other and it got a nice flow. So I did listen to the album from start to finish, A and B, and it's got a really nice kind of flow of tracks and feelings of tracks and energy within the tracks as well. It almost feels like a DJ set, you know, kind of build up, you know, hype and then break down at the end. So it's really good. And also what's nice about this album is really consistent when it comes to quality, like the mastering and the you know, the levels in kind of the sounds, and you know, it's really nice and consistent. Because one of the things I find nowadays listening to a lot of albums is, especially the latest ones, you can tell they've been maybe produced by a different producer, using different elements, different software, whatever it is they're using, and there's just not a consistency in between the tracks, and I find that a lot later. But this one is spot on. So with this album, this is the limited edition electric blue vinyl, so I wanted to make sure there are other editions of this, different coloured vinyls. There's one that's supposed to look like a vein, but I wanted this one. And the first time in my life, the hype sticker, it was on the cellophane because it is a gatefold, and it came off really nice and easy, and it really went into the vinyl nice and easy, which means I'm not going to lose this. Let's just look out of place. I did try to line it up, but it looks great. I love kind of hype stickers. So you got the Peaches, No Lube, So Rude, limited edition electric blue vinyl. Perfect. The cover is typical Peaches. I'm saying typical Peaches because this is what I'd expect from Peaches. You know, in your face when it comes to imagery, music, lyrics. It's just in your face. You know, and she's sticking up for everyone. You know, listening to lyrics, she's sticking up for everyone. She's kind of the mouth of all these different minorities. She's the face, and she's sticking up for everyone. I love this. I'm going to talk about some of the tracks in here in a minute. Now, the gatefold is... This is where I think they could have been a bit more creative. It's got the song title lyrics, which are great to read. I try to count the amount of words like fuck or fist, or there's loads of them. Way too many for me to count. But I would have liked to, you know, a bit more kind of creative, because the build up to this album, there's loads of great videos, there's loads of great imagery that they could have used on this and just put the kind of lyrics on an insert. That's my only criticism with this album. They could have used this space much better to show the images of iconic Peaches. Just looking over this here. The back cover is brilliant. It's got an iconic... I mean, this could have made the front as well. It's such a great picture. You know, Peaches at the front with her classic kind of makeup over the eyes, the electric blue, the pink. That pink is definitely a Peaches colour, as I call it. She's used that colour quite a lot over the years, and it's her colour. And playing with loads of lube. Now, she did write something about this, and I've got it in front of me. So this was the reason behind the track title in the album. So she said, when the world is friction, lube isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. It's how you turn the friction into pleasure, into power, into pride. And she says, I want people to understand what they can still have that they can still have a voice no matter who they are or what the world says about them. Now, more than ever, there are so many forces that just want you to give up and be quiet. If this album can help you resist that, then that's what it's for. I love that. And you can hear it in the titles and the songs, and she's sticking up for people. Track titles, what you're going to do about it, fuck your face, hanging titties, so you can get the vibe of the tracks itself. My favourite track on here is What You're Going to Do About It. It's just a really good combination of kind of like that electroclash kind of feel with it. But also, the other track I do like on here is Fuck How You Wanna Fuck. Because it calls out Brett Kavanaugh, who's accused of sexual assault, who also defends racist ICE kidnappings, and also wanted to erase the existence of the trans community as well. And she sticks up for them and calls him out on this track. And that is the Peaches I like. So well done, Peaches. This is the 7th album from Peaches. Starting off with the Teachers of Peaches in 2000, ending in this one, No Lube, So Rude. Another favourite album of mine is Fatherfucker. We are going to be doing separate videos on these. But yeah, brilliant album. Now, the inside sleeve is... I'm going to have to cover this up because, just in case TikTok or whatever, it kind of, bans my video. But there's a lovely picture of Peaches in here. Showing her boobs and nipples, and I can't even probably say the word nipples, but this is brilliant. This is a great image. And what I like about Peaches, she could do an amazing photo shoot and look pretty, and but she doesn't. She does what I call ugly photos. I'm not saying she's like, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's an ugly photo. It's designed to be a bit brash, and I love that about Peaches. Again, she's just incredible. A great image there. The other side, you've got the album title, you've got all the credits, but the vinyl is a lovely electric blue, as I said at the beginning. Here we go, check that out. Now, I'm going to call, each one side has got a nipple on it. They can't ban me with that, it's not explicit, and that's just Peaches. If I get banned, so be it. But it's a great coloured vinyl. Now, as I said, it's pressed really well, considering it's coloured vinyl. As I said, the tracks are consistent. I was really quite surprised how kind of powerful this actually was. When I had to turn down my system, because normally I have it, 3/4 of the way up and all that, but I had to turn it down for this one. So it's really pressed well on a nice kind of electric blue vinyl. As I said, there are other editions out of this vinyl as well. If you're a collector, I think there's 4 or 5 of them to collect. I may collect another one. It's also available on CD and also download. But that is Peaches, No Lube, So Rude. The latest album from iconic Peaches. Go and check it out. If you've never heard of her, go and check out her stuff, and guarantee me you'll be a fan after listening to this. A little story with Peaches as well is I was signed to a Berlin label, so we've kind of crossed paths quite a lot with Peaches. I went to see her the early noughties, and I remember she proceeded to throw blood on everyone. And the label manager at the time got so annoyed that he hates her to this day, will not even mention a word. I think that's hilarious. I love that. And I did see her recently at the Teachers of Peaches anniversary tour. A massive fan, and I'm glad to see more stuff out from Peaches. So yeah, check this album out. Thank you very much.